Hi guys, it's Charlie again. And I know I haven't made a video in 2 weeks, so I'm back and I'm making another one. So this video is going to be different. I'm going to talk about being a minimalist and being clutter free and trying to incorporate that into my life while still living with my mom, because I don't live on my own or I don't live with roommates. So I didn't know that there was a word for like being a minimalist, but I was always like getting rid of stuff in my bedroom. So it started when I was in high school. In high school I had all these clothes. So I don't know, one day I decided to like organize my clothes by like color. So I put like all the black stuff together, all the white stuff together, all the blue stuff together, all the gray stuff together. So I organized it. And then for like a few years I didn't really do anything. And then as I got older, like maybe in my late teens, early 20s, I started to ask myself, like, why do I have all this stuff in my room? There's these things I don't need, there's all these clothes that I don't need. So maybe 2014 or 2015, I decided to, go through all my clothes, go through all my stuff under my bed, in my drawers. Sorry, excuse me. And I decided to pack all the stuff that I felt like I didn't need, and put it like in bags to give it away to Goodwill and stuff like that. Um, so I did that, and that actually like felt really really good. That felt so my space just felt so free and like clear, and it was like a relief. It was like huge weight lifted off of me. So I did that, and then not last year, in 2016 I was watching this video on YouTube, and this girl, she recommended this minimalism app. So I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, I'm a minimalist, I should join these apps of other people who are into this lifestyle and, have the same viewpoints about things and clutter like I do. So I joined it. It was kind of interesting. For personal reasons, I got rid of it though, because I don't really like having a lot of apps on my phone, and I don't know, and then by the time I got rid of the app, like, the majority of my stuff was already out of my room anyways. So I was like, why do I need it anymore if, if everything's organized, if everything has its own home, if everything has its own place, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I never knew that there was a word for it. I think I came across the word by going on YouTube and YouTubing, or maybe I found it by accident. I don't know. Like, sometimes I go on that website and I'll be listening to music, and then like 10 videos later I'll end up like watching something that has nothing to do with what I was watching before. So that's probably how I found out about the word. And it's just been really like interesting to see that there's so many other people, who live this lifestyle and who feel the same way that I feel. And I don't know, like, and there's more stuff that I want to get rid of in my room. Like, a couple weeks ago, last month, I went through my closet, and I went through my clothes, and I have like one bag, which is like amazing, because when I did this before, I think I had like 5 bags at one point, like full of clothes that I wasn't wearing, wasn't gonna wear, didn't wear since I was like in high school. So now I only have one bag, which makes me happy, but there's other things that I want to get rid of. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like the more I dive into this life or into this way of like of living, it makes me feel better, because then it's like I don't have a lot of stuff to think about. I don't have a lot of things to worry about. Like, if I go away somewhere, I don't have to think about, oh my god, if my mom's house gets broken into, 10,000 things of mine, 10,000 things are gonna go missing from my room. It's like, it's so nice. Like, with my clothes, I've gotten it down to where it's like, I don't own like 20 pairs of clothes, but it's gotten down to like, I've minimized it to a point where it's not so much. And all the things underneath my bed, I've gotten rid of things underneath my bed, and I have these clear plastic boxes or containers, that had like a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff didn't even belong in my room, so I cleared those out, so there's nothing underneath my bed either. And I have like a little black table with like my TV on it, and the TV that I have now, it's like a small TV because I don't see the point in like having a huge ass TV, and I'm the only one that sleeps in here. You know, I don't need like a 50-inch TV. The TV I have, you know, it's not too small, but it's not too big, and it's on like a small table, and underneath the table has my basket, and the basket has like, it just has books that I like journal in, and then I have a bag with like my camera stuff, and then I have my laptop, and then my yoga mat is like on the side of the table, and then I have my dresser with like my clothes and my toiletry stuff, and I have my bookcase with my books, and that's it. And that's all I have, and I feel so happy because it's like I reduced so much, and it makes me feel better that I don't own like all these things. And even when I clean up my room, like even if I have to move stuff, it's like all I have to do is move it, dust up the area, and just put it back. Like now when I clean, I don't have to think about, oh my god, sorry, I don't have to think about, oh my god, when I clean, like where is this gonna go, where is that gonna go, what am I do with this? And I like how like everything in my room, like it has a home, so everything has a place. Like my shoes, even my shoes, my clothes, my books, my lotions, my perfumes, I don't have a lot of those stuff, my laptop, like when I use these things, I put them back in the same place. You know, I put them back in the same place, you know. So that's what I wanted to talk about, you know. I don't know, I feel like I've always was that type of person. I just didn't know the word for it, because I know like I'm not I'm not a hoarder, so I don't like to keep things. And me personally, I don't believe in keeping things. I don't believe in keeping things just because, well, 5 years from now I'm gonna need them. Well, what if 5 years from now I'm not living here? What if 5 years from now I'm living in another place? What if 5 years from now I'm in a different environment, or I'm doing something else with my life? I don't want to log around with stuff and just be aggravated, and every time I go on vacation or every time I want to go somewhere, I have to think about, well, you know, I want to go away for 2 weeks, but like, and then I don't, and then I have to worry about, well, I have all this stuff, and what if somebody breaks them and they steal all these things? And I want to get to the point where I get rid of like more of my stuff, but I don't know when that's gonna happen, you know, because I don't live on my own. So, you know, it's not like I can sell my things because I have my own apartment, or, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, hopefully I get to that point in my life, because I literally, like, the more I watch videos about other people who are into this, and the more I read about it online, you know, it's just like, I don't know. And I know people always say that like being a minimalist, it's not really about getting rid of stuff, you know, it's minimizing what you actually need, so that you can like focus more on other stuff in your life that's more important, like wanting to do things, wanting to go to different places, wanting to spend more time with friends, you know, wanting to get more hours at work so you can make more money. Like, it's not really about just, let me just get rid of stuff and then you have a room with just a bed and a table. Like, that's not what being a minimalist is about. You know, it's just minimizing your stuff. Like, we don't need all of the things that we have. We don't need a lot of the things that we actually have. And I feel like people, and I guess sometimes people buy stuff because it's like, well, it makes them feel better, and I get that, that's understandable. But then it's like, you accumulate, and it's like over the years it just accumulates, and you get more and more and more. And my mom, like, well, not my room, because my room is my space, but like the rest of the apartment is like so full of clutter. Like, one area was just so full of stuff, and we actually like got rid of the stuff, but then I don't know, it's like the clutter is just growing again, you know. I don't know why, but she doesn't like to throw away things, and her room it's just stuff everywhere. I don't know how people can live like that. And I guess if that works for you, it works for you. But me personally, like, I couldn't live in an apartment and I have like a bunch of stuff. Like, that's just, I don't know, I find that irritating and annoying. It's like every time you walk in the house, it's just like, oh my god, it's there. And even if you don't think about it consciously, you're seeing it every day. Every time you wake up, it's like all this stuff, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it takes a toll on you, because then it's like, at some point, it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, at some point you have to think about it and be like, eventually I'm gonna get to it, or eventually I have to do something about it, eventually I have to get rid of it. But then it's just easier if you just, I don't know, it's easier not to accumulate stuff and not to hoard things, so then you don't have to think about it, you know. I don't know, but that's how I feel, you know. I don't know, I feel like, I don't want to say more people, because just because something works for you doesn't mean it's gonna work for someone else. But I don't know, I kind of believe, I believe that if more people try to live a minimalist lifestyle, that those people would be happier, or they would be or that they would stress less, because you wouldn't have all these things, you wouldn't have all the stuff to worry about all the time, you know. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk about. I want to try, not I'm gonna try, I want to do more videos talking about this, and like try and making more videos about being and living a clutter-free lifestyle, and you know, just not accumulating stuff and not buying stuff just to buy stuff, because I used to do that too, like, and even though I don't have a job, like whatever change I would get, and I would be like, oh, I have some money now, let me go buy this, just because I have money. And I wasn't buying things because I actually needed them or even wanted them, you know. I was just buying it because it was like, hey, I have money, let me see what I can use my money on, which doesn't make any sense, you know. That doesn't make any sense, that's a waste of money. So I'm gonna make more videos, you know, about that, you know. And I hope, I don't know, I hope, like, as I get older, I really hope that I can get rid of like more stuff. And even though I never thought about living in a tiny home, but I'm probably thinking about that, like maybe that would be a good idea for me, because I don't know, I can't imagine, I never imagined myself like living in a big house. Like I can't even imagine myself living in like a house with like 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms, because like who's gonna clean that? Like your house has to be clean. You can't just live somewhere and not clean up where you live, you know. So, and I can never live in like a 5 bedroom house, because then the only thing I'll be thinking about is like, who's gonna be cleaning this up? Who's gonna be cleaning all these rooms and bathrooms? That's too much. So I don't know, but I'm gonna see if I can make more videos about this, because I feel like this is just, you know, really interesting. And I don't know, and I kind of feel conflicted, because we're going away to the islands for like 10 days, and I have clothes, you know, I have clothes, I have shoes. I don't have sneakers, I don't have sandals, but I have like street clothes to wear out on the street. So my mom decided to like buy me some clothes, and I don't understand why, even though I asked her and told her not to buy me anything, but she still bought it for me, like, which I don't understand. I don't know, and that made me feel really bad, because it felt like I wasn't being respected, because it's like, I'm asking you and I'm telling you not to do something for me. I don't want these clothes. I'm asking you not to buy them for me. I don't want them. I just don't want them. But then you buy them for me anyway, and then when I get mad, you get an attitude when I told you I didn't want them in the first place. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. So I think I'm gonna make a video about that, talking about how when you're constantly in a place, or when you're constantly around people and those people don't respect your boundaries, or they don't respect you as a person, and how it just slowly eats away at you, you know. And I don't know, I think a lot of people deal with that, but they just put on like a mask and they don't really talk about it. So that, I don't know, I wanted to make more videos about that, and especially like pertaining to you know, black kids and black adults, black parents and their children, and how they don't really respect them, you know, because I made a video like that before. And I have a Twitter account, so sometimes when I go on Twitter I see people talking, you know, about parents hitting their kids and how parents, you know, feel like they have a right to do all these things that don't make no sense. So I'm gonna try and make more videos about that, because I don't think that people really understand that, and how it, like, you know, treating your child like your child is a thing, like, really affects them. Like, you know, you don't treat your child as the actual person, and you treat them as a slave or like as a maid, and you don't really talk to them, you don't actually get to know them, who they are. And then when they grow up and they distance themselves away from you, and then you're surprised that your child doesn't talk to you anymore. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, that wasn't the point of this video. But anyway, you know, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I don't know, I feel weird because, like, I'm stuttering. I feel like my stuttering is worse here, and I don't know why. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Like, sometimes I want to make more videos, but the majority of the time I don't, because I just feel like, I don't know, it's annoying because sometimes when I talk it doesn't flow all the way through, and it's annoying to me, because I feel like people watch my stuff, and they probably think like negative stuff because I stutter and I hesitate when I talk. And maybe God, and maybe that is just me in my head, but that's how I feel. And it's kind of like, it's so aggravating sometimes, because, like, I know what I want to say and it's in my head, but, like, to get it to come out, it's like, I don't know, it's not hard, but then it's like, it's a struggle. So I don't know. So yeah, so that's what I want to talk about, you know, being a minimalist. And I don't know, I think I want to do like a video where it's like longer, and then I want to do like a tour kind of, but I would have to edit that, because I don't know how to edit videos on YouTube. So I want to do like a room tour, you know. I don't know, I should have, and thinking about it, I should have did it before. I should have did a room tour before, when I had like stuff underneath my bed, and when my closet was just full of stuff. But anyways, I don't know, I wasn't thinking, so it's too late now. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Until next time, bye.